Oh boy. Okay. So I'm not really social or I guess active in the Hellenism community or any pagan community. Back when I first started, I dove like right into Tumblr because it's the best I could do given my living circumstances. But now that I'm in my adult life and have free reign over my life, I'm not active on anything anymore. Sure, I'll check my Tumblr when I'm bored, or I'll comment on a YouTube video by a witch or a pagan channel when I feel my opinion is valid and could contribute something. But all in all, I'm not so much in the community, and I'm fine with that. And even with this stuff here, it's not meant to create a community or boost a platform for clout or whatever. That's why I link the channels I like and think make good communities for pagans and witchcraft on these videos. They are more equipped, better established, and probably have more social spoons than I do to manage that kind of an undertaking. And I thank them for that and hope my contribution to online paganism guides people who need that kind of a thing to them. If all I am is a conduit to others, I'm happy with that. So, why start off answering this question like that? Well, it's to establish that I don't think I can comment on really anything going on inside the community internally. Yes, I do wish paganism could be taken more seriously by other faiths. I wish the gods and mythology weren't taken so much as face value, and thus Hellenism and the worship of the gods wasn't so stigmatized and hated on. I wish there was no racism, sexism, xenophobia, or other types of hate and supremacy that divides us and makes the religion less about bettering ourselves and worshiping the gods well. All these things I wish were easy to achieve, if achievable at all. But one opinion essay from me isn't going to do that. So my answer to this question might seem a little narrow or I guess superficial. It's no deeper than my own desires and opinions. Okay, I really fucking wish there was more Hellenic pagan decor and things available. Like, it's not until you're looking for Hellenic stuff specifically that you realize how niche of a thing it is within pagan decor shopping. Almost everything related to pagan decor or anything is primarily Norse, Celtic, or Wiccan. Etsy is really the only place that has any decent selection of quality stuff, and even then, it's not that much. You still have to include terms like Greek mythology in your search to get anything, and with that, a majority of that stuff is either Percy Jackson or Lore Olympus or just like fan art stuff rather than religiously intended merchandise. And I love that Greek mythology has such a presence in the media. Percy Jackson, Clash of the Titans, Lore Olympus, and Disney's Hercules are gateways to a lot of pagans into Hellenism. And as problematic as some of them may be in relation to how the gods are portrayed, I'm glad they exist to help people find the paths they need. But, holy fuck, do I wish there were an easier way to filter their fan art and merchandise out of my searches. When I was searching for wedding invitations and home decor that was explicitly Hellenic, I got pretty much nothing. Most of what I did get was either Percy Jackson Camp Half-Blood fan-made stuff, Lore Olympus fan art, and Disney Hercules merchandise. So yeah, it's selfish. But I wish Hellenism had a bigger presence with the actual physical market, but I only don't see it as a complete negative. Some of that stuff can be appropriated to fit on an altar or in a religious practice. Big plus with paganism in general is we can adapt almost anything that reminds us of the gods to our practice and decor. Anything can be intended for the gods, whether it is directly meant or not. But on a serious note, yes, I do wish Hellenic pagans and just pagans in general had the ability and community acceptance to build temples and churches for people to worship. Hell, I daydream about how I could try to pull off that at least 4 times a week. But unless I get incredibly lucky to find a big enough Hellenic pagan community to justify the risk of starting up something like that, I'm most likely never going to be able to see that. which sucks, but so is the life and culture I live in. I know that if I tried to pull off building a church-sized temple or anything, I'd have to contend with the more than probable amount of abuse and ostracization from conservative Christians around me, and or I would have to convert part of that sacred temple space into a type of tourist exhibit. Think Pixar's Turning Red and their Panda Temple tour thing. I like that movie, and as an example of that proud non Christian temple was amazing to see and partially inspiring to my local pagan heart. But if I had my own space like that, I wouldn't want tourism to be a big crux of having a space like that. It just doesn't feel right to me. I try not to complain about things about my religion. I focus more on what I do have and the gods more than I focus on things that are either pipe dreams or are just not attainable in my current situation. When I can, I undertake the mantra that I have when it comes to art. If you don't see what you want in the world, make it yourself. This stuff here is an example of that. I don't see much online pagan content I could relate to and was more casual and less academic, so here I am making this stuff. And hopefully in the future we can make our way into fulfilling the other things that are lacking in the pagan space, both superficial and simple, and the more pressing and important things. And I wish there were more or any statues of Prometheus. I just really want to put one on my altar so fucking bad. Anyway, thanks for listening.